Now, our very first guest is ready to roll. We're going to Oklahoma. Saskatchewan Roughriders quarterback James Franklin joining us today. Frank the Tank. How you doing, Mr. Franklin?
I'm doing really good, thanks.
I
Enjoying it here in Oklahoma right now.
I bet. Hey, what's the last 24 hours been like for you?
It's actually been really exciting. Sask is somewhere that I've always thought about going. Everyone said, "Man, you need to go to Sask. It's a great atmosphere, great fans, all that." And so finally, I guess I got smart and decided to listen, and got a lot of positive feedback from fans, tagging me on Instagram and Twitter. And also, I'm really excited to get to work with Coach Maas and Coach Dickey again.
Well, so let's get into it because I just enjoy seeing what fans are saying on social media, and they thought that Jason Maas had a huge impact in getting you to Saskatchewan. I didn't know if that was the case or not. I mean, he wasn't in Edmonton that I know of while you were there. I mean, did Coach Maas have a role in this?
Oh yeah, yes sir. I was with him for 2 years in 16 and
Okay.
17 in Edmonton, and he played a huge role. Well, one thing I've learned over the last couple of years is how important it is to really enjoy and get along with the coaches, teammates as well, but especially the coaches when you're essentially playing for them and you're running their offense and you're kind of under their rule. And so going there with Coach Moss, I love playing for him. I like how he coaches, and I like how he dealt with me in Edmonton through good times and bad times.
What's the misconception of you from your Argos days? What would you like people to know that's not you?
Well, right off the bat, performance definitely, but that's not me.
No, I guess my
That's a
point is
tough
just,
one.
to say what didn't work in Toronto, answer that however you want. I'm just saying you're not the
Okay.
quarterback that we saw in double blue the last 2 years. Am I right in that?
Yes, sir. I think probably the thing that I wish that I could have done better was how I handled everything. As far as I couldn't control what anyone else did or said. Logistically, to an extent, obviously, I have no control. But as far as when I got on the field, um, I was too worried about trying to what was the coach going to say, or if I'm running this right, and what are my teammates going to think, rather than just going out there and playing. And so that's something after doing some self-reflection the last 2 seasons. I didn't really do a good job of keeping a good attitude, not letting them affect me, which ultimately led to the performance. Because you've probably heard before, a lot of people have heard football is 15 or 10% physical, 90% mental. And that might not be exactly true, but the mental game is a huge part of it. And the guys that are mentally strong, the players that are mentally strong, they're the ones that typically have the most success because they can persevere through conflict with teammates, with coaches, with other teams, strategies, all that. So I didn't do a good job of that in Toronto, and I think it showed pretty well, unfortunately.
Hey, James, Quinn Magnuson here. Having worked with Jason Maas in Edmonton for a couple of seasons, the Rider offense is probably going to change this year with him coming in as OC. What should Rider fans expect to see out of a Jason Maas type offense?
Well, I think he has a really good system. I know he likes to take the shots, but he's really creative, and he's not afraid to call the unconventional play every now and then. So I think they should be excited. I mean, nothing against Coach McAdoo last year or how he called things, but I think that Coach Moss will call the unconventional play a little more than that.
That's good. What do you got for him, Darren?
Yeah, I mean, what's the relationship like now with Cody Fajardo? I'm sure you guys haven't spoken yet since the news, but what's that situation like for you, going from battling as a starting quarterback in Toronto and maybe a situation that you didn't have a lot of fun in to coming to Saskatchewan where it appears they've got a number one guy?
Yes, sir. No, he actually texted me maybe like 10,
Of
20
course he
minutes
did.
before, yeah, before the official announcement. And he's really nice. Going into it, I know that I'm the backup. He's the starter. He's earned it. And so I'm just coming there to support him. And I told him that too when I texted him, like, look, I don't want you to think I'm going to come in here and be like, I'm about to take over. I deserve to be the starter. None of that. I know that this is his team, and I'm going to come in and help out and just make sure I'm prepared for an opportunity. And essentially, I guess this is kind of where I got my start in the first place. Was I was a backup and then got an opportunity to play a few games. And so if anything, I'm more familiar with this than actually coming in as a starter. So it's I kind of joked with him a little bit about that, but I'm really excited because I've heard a lot of good things about him. and the type of person that he is. And so I'm just thankful that I get the opportunity to come here to Sask and hopefully experience something great this year.
Which I think it will be. And can you tell us what General Manager Jeremy O'Day had to say for you in terms of the team's expectations for you, James?
No, sir. He didn't mention too much, but I mean, I was really clear on the fact that I know I wasn't looking for empty promises or telling me, hey, you're going to get this and you're going to get that and you'll get to play this amount of time. I just thanked him for the opportunity to actually want me there and to get another chance to be on the team and potentially have the chance to play. And he's a really nice guy. He was laughing a little bit. He's a small town guy. And I tend to find that the best people are from the smallest towns. And just talking to him, I really did enjoy it. He asked just a few personal questions about family, kids, and all that. So we didn't really talk a lot of logistics, but I just want to be clear. I told him, it's not a big deal. I don't care if you guys announce that I signed with the team or not. I'm not looking for publicity or anything like that. I'm just thankful for the chance to play again.
James, my hometown is 640 people. There's a sign on the wall here, Milestone, Saskatchewan. And it's been 640 years, people, guys, for 100 years. Do you know why it's never changed? Because every time a girl gets pregnant, a guy leaves town. Do the math, Quinn. But I will just say this, James. One of the storylines of the last 24 hours is that the Rider fans have wanted James Franklin. This is the Rider Nation's wanted James Franklin for 3-4 years. Now they got him. And they're happy, man. How does it feel to be, you mentioned the team wants you, but the fans really wanted you too. That's got to feel good.
Yes, sir, it does. It's really difficult because for myself, I really try. I'm a big people pleaser by instinct, and I really try not to worry about that. But it is nice to know that they do. Because at the end of the day, I guess technically the only opinion that matters is either general manager or the head coach as far as career-wise in football. And so it's like, ideally you want to say, all right, that's all I care about. But it's nice to have the fan support, and it's nice to have them want you there and to treat you nice and to just be excited about it. So I'm really thankful for that. I know, as you said, it's been 3 or 4 years, but I'm thankful that's the majority of them, or at least some of them, still want me. And I know the circumstances are a little bit different, but I'm excited just to be welcomed and to have such a great fan base already.
Last question is from our producer, Clark. He is begging me to ask you this. James won a Grey Cup in his rookie season in Edmonton. What was it like coming into the league with that early success, and how has it changed his outlook on each and every season since?
Definitely spoiled coming in, and I know I got to play a few games. It's kind of funny because at the beginning of the season, I ended up getting cut and put on the PR. And I'm not one for, I like to write down goals now more so, but at the time I wasn't really big on it. So I actually made a video and basically to myself saying that one way or the other, I'm going to help this team win a Grey Cup. And I know I didn't get to play in playoffs, but when Mike got hurt, when Mike Riley was at the quarterback there, I got to start 2 games, but I got to play in, I think, 3 more. So I got 5 total, and I helped this have enough success to win. And so it was kind of cool. I was like, man, this is pretty easy. And then, the next year, not so easy. But I think the biggest thing that I took away from that was seeing the attributes of a winning team. I guess you could say a championship team as well. Because one thing I've learned how to do very well over the last 2 years is lose. And so I know what not to do. But having winning that Grey Cup that first year, it's really helped me differentiate between, hey, typically winning teams, or at least the winning teams I've been on, the most successful teams I've been on, they either don't have this going on or they do have this going on. And now it's just going to be finding the right opportunity or the right way to present that to this team. Because obviously I don't know everything. There are guys that have more experience than I do with more wins than I do. But being able from a backup position to share or to address something that doesn't look right or something that does look right and try and emphasize, okay, we need to keep doing this or we need to stop this. So it was definitely a very nice, and I was spoiled my rookie year, but I did take away a lot of the winning attributes of a team.
Outstanding answer. Great visit to James. Well, enjoy the rest of the offseason. Looking forward to meeting you when you get up here. Welcome to the Rider Nation, my man.
Yes, sir. Go Riders. Thank you very much.
Frank the Tank checking in from Oklahoma this morning. This has been the rollout, an explosive one with James Franklin joining us right off the bat, brought to you by our friends at Flooring Superstore. We'll be right back with Quinn Magnuson and Darren DuPont here in the bunker. It's the Rod Pedersen Show on Facebook Live, and listen live at rodpedersen.com.
You're watching Rod Pedersen on demand. For more of the Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.